It's Wednesday, March the 29th, 2017, and this is your Barbados Today afternoon update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, police are investigating an early morning fire at Belleville, St. Michael that destroyed a garage and 2 motor vehicles. A neighboring storeroom housing building materials was also destroyed and a mosque damaged. The garage and vehicles belong to 72-year-old Ibrahim Mohammed, while the other affected properties are owned by Kubushan Kernani. 3 fire tenders and 12 fire officers under the command of Divisional Officer Errol Gaskin responded to the alarm. Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Harry Husbands, has admitted that government is weak when it comes to maintaining its schools. Speaking this morning at an Inter-American Development Bank-sponsored workshop on learning in 21st century schools at Arcot Beach Resort, Senator Husbands noted that the focus must not only be on building and outfitting new schools, but on their upkeep.
But the question of not only building out new facilities and constructing new schools and so on, but one of the issues that I'm confronted with as a professional teacher is the issue of maintenance. I think that we are particularly weak in that area, and for justifiable reasons. There are not enough resources around to maintain standards.
The Nelson Mandela Freedom Park on University Drive is now officially open. At a pompous ceremony last night, Prime Minister Francis Stewart, University of the West Indies Vice Chancellor Sir Hilary Beckles, and the principal of the UWI Cayfield campus, Professor Eugene Barito, hailed the park as a symbol in the continued struggle for freedom.
Tonight, this year, 2017, is 27 years of Mandela's freedom. "27 years in prison, and now, tonight, 27 years of freedom." We do not believe in coincidences. We considered this day. We planned this moment in order to illustrate that those reactionary, racist, anti-human, anti-democratic values in our society must never prevail. And so we chose this moment as the most powerful symbol we can imagine. 27 years since 27 years.
These battles are never won once for all. They have to be fought and won over and over again. And that is why it is going to be important when we come here, not to just come here for a walk in the park, but to come here to renew our covenant with the obligations that history and life impose on us.
As principal of the Cayfield campus, I intend for the Mandela Freedom Park to function as a living symbol of our commitment to education, civic engagement, and cultural renewal. We intend its picturesque location with ease of access to Bridgetown, the city, to be seen not only as a link between town and gong, but that its entrance will always serve as a welcoming beacon to this institution and always symbolize a pathway to higher education.
Police are appealing to Devon Best to contact the Black Rock Police Station urgently. Any family member or friend who can reach him is also asked to get Devon Best to report in person or by telephone number 417-7500 or 417-7505. Best's last known address was 1st Avenue, Bank Hall, St. Michael.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Get your paper, get your paper. Only $2.25, $2.20. Who? For what? That is Bear Stare News. I don't read about that on Barbados today since last night. That can't only can't do. 220 who?
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. The Trinidad and Tobago Regiment is investigating an incident in which a sergeant major apparently shot himself while at the commuter camp on Tuesday morning. The regiment confirmed that he was found in a slumped position in his quarters. The regiment says the soldier with 26 years' experience remains in a critical but stable condition. No further details are available. In Jamaica, the people living in a number of rural communities continue to cry out for drinking water, which they have been without for the past 25 years. The problem, they say, becomes more like a nightmare during the dry season.
In the land of wood and water, the people of Mount Pleasant and surrounding communities in St. Catherine say they have mostly wood. Richard Ranger says for the 25 years he's lived in the area, there has not been any piped water, and it's worse during certain times of the year.
Whenever time is dry, we have a problem with water. We have to go and wade down some gully to get some water, and sometimes no water down there. No bathroom water, we have to bathe in a pan. We don't like that style. We want running water in our pipe, in our bathroom.
The temporary solution is for residents to buy water. $200 to fill a drum, $1,000 for a tank. The people say the water truck sometimes does not come when it should, and in a farming area, drums of water do not last long.
And on the international scene, Prime Minister Theresa May formally began Britain's divorce from the European Union today, declaring there was no turning back and ushering in a tortuous exit process that will test the bloc's cohesion and pitch her country into the unknown. In one of the most significant steps by British leaders since World War II, May notified EU Council President Donald Tusk in a hand-delivered letter that Britain would quit the club it joined in 1973.
Are you ready for the fight ahead?
British Prime Minister Theresa May at last firing the starting gun for Brexit on Wednesday. Her letter to Brussels, delivered at lunchtime by the British ambassador to the EU, Tim Barrow, that officially launches the UK's withdrawal from the European Union under Article 50.
We already an issue. Thank you and goodbye.
We are going to take control of the things that matter most to us, and we are going to take this opportunity to build a stronger, fairer Britain.
And May telling the House of Commons that this marks the moment the country must come together.
That is our ambition and our opportunity.
Since Britain's voted for Brexit in a referendum last June, the scale of the challenge and the UK's demands have steadily become clear. Both a so-called hard Brexit and the best possible deal in May's sights. But May has revealed more of her battle lines than her tactics. One early obstacle to having it all, an exit bill that could run to tens of billions of euros.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.